It is creeping on up. Penis tree is still not budging. But man, it's gonna get deep here. It is deep here. It's probably gone up 3 feet in the past 20 minutes. I think it's gonna bust the banks. That's way too quick for this thing to be busting the banks. That does not bode well for the rainy season and the fall, that it's getting this high this quick. Dang old impervious cover. This umbrella hand typing is not very friendly. Damn creek, simmer down. I used to be able to see y'all's feed. There she goes. All right then. This is the same kind of flood event that blocked our creek for a year last time. Created a weird, gross dam of trash and debris. I had to get down to the creek with the chainsaw and clear it out. I hope we don't have that happen again. I am just shocked that that walnut tree, the penis tree, is holding up. That thing is stout. Just getting pummeled. That water is creeping on up. Let's say it's 25 feet deep there in the middle. I'm gonna have to get my trash bags ready. Look at all that crap. Is that Cheese Whiz? You trashy people. I'm talking to you, North Austin. I know where this is coming from, Northwest. You keep your trash in your trash cans. Recycle, you crazy fools. I'm gonna take a little walk around to the other side. Ooh, queso, no. No queso. All right, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Oh, creek drama. Here's our little creek. We get this every heavy rain. Isn't that nice? So peaceful, calm, tranquil. Than that crap. Oof. She a mess. See that surge coming in. I'm hoping this is the last of the surge because the rain's dying down. We might get lucky and it won't bust the banks over here. Whenever it busts the banks, it just leaves a mountain of trash. All the trees and shrubs and fences and everything, they collect all this debris, and it takes us weeks to get it back down to clean. But at least it doesn't go in the ocean. There's always that. We get a chance to clean up after humans for a little bit and recycle some. Although a lot of it ends up not being able to recycle because of it's so filthy and contaminated. But at least we get it out of the waterways. That's good. Ooh, she's creeping up. She a creeper. I wonder how many fire ants are in there. See what's going on this side. I bet it's the same. Wow, that thing is just moving on up. The funny thing is the bank where it jumps is about 200 yards, 300 yards upstream. So once things get about this high, we'll see like a little creeper bit of water coming from this direction, and then this whole area will just be covered in debris as the water slowly rises, and the creek will connect back up with itself from way over there, and it'll travel across to right where I'm standing and meet back up with this part of the creek, and then it'll all start to level out. Sneaky creek. It'll sneak right up on you. Right where I'm standing is usually and now it's almost up to my feet. What's going on over here? Wow. Oh, you can see it about to bust over the banks right here. If I can get all these critters off of me, pitching a ride. Yeah, I think it is. It's gonna bust the banks today. I did not see that coming. Yeesh. Good thing I didn't turn off my garden water last night. Stupid Ray. Oh, there comes another big surge. I don't know, quite understand how all this hydrology works, but all these increases in water level seem to come in pretty big surges, where it will pop up about a foot or two at a time and then just maintain that level. It's kind of fascinating and frightening. Go back over to Penis Tree Vantage Point. Across our cute creek. That's how a creek's supposed to act, not like that. I don't know how the hell that old dead tree is still there after all these floods. Sneaky creek. She's gonna get right up in here. Lowe's bucket. No, water cooler. Man, that's a good one too. Penis tree Viagra. It is definitely more erect than I've seen it before. I wonder if its front or leading edge branches root system snapped a little bit. I think the only thing holding it on is its back edge root system. Man, it's holding in there good. Another big surge. I swear I looked at the weather last night. Did not see any of this coming. I'm hoping now that the rain has died down that this will run its course quicker than usual. Such a big surge all at once. It doesn't want to let up though. Did anybody else in Austin get this amount of rain? Was it isolated? Hey, back off. It is still creeping higher. Hi, Josie. I just saw you down there watching. Another big surge. It's gonna be close. It might break the bank today. I've only seen it happen one other time since we've lived here. Water level is just creeping on up that penis tree. And up by my feet too. It's probably up about 7 feet since I started talking and filming. Hey, a dresser. I need a dresser. Or is that a pine box? That's not a good sign. I think it's going to break the bank today. I'm going to walk around to the other side. It's going to be close. And breaking the bank does not mean that we'll be flooded or anything. Breaking the bank just means it's going to come up over the banks and take its little side route over here, meet back up with itself. Let's see. It's a little bit unnerving that the water came up this fast with that little amount of rain. It just keeps happening. We have flood events quicker and quicker out here. I don't know if it's because of development upstream, but it probably is because of that. But this amount of rain really should not have caused this amount of water influx. We got some stuff moving inland here. This little creepy peat bog. And it's definitely over the banks here. But this is a little bit lower level, so we won't call this as a break in the bank yet. When we see the water come from this direction, that's when it's broken. And that's when we get the big old mess that we have to clean up. So let's hope it doesn't do that. It's so close at this level. Oh, spider hitching a ride on my back. 1 second. No, ma'am. So I don't know if y'all can peek through this vegetation. Like, the walls are so steep on this creek here that if I just took 2 steps forward, I'd be in it. But if this creek was back at normal level, it's a 30-foot drop. So this raging torrent is 30 feet deep. That's a lot of water moving. It's such a weird vantage point to be able to be right on top of this and feel perfectly safe. Mostly because a lot of this is poison ivy and I won't get too close. Poison ivy is kryptonite to me. It's keeping me at a good, safe distance. I think that was a pine box, Mikey. It was a piece of one. I think it was more like a keepsake and not a dirt keepsake. Blech. I don't know what a bid bucket repository is, but I'm glad this is more entertaining, Mr. Peter. It's just choppy up there. Oh, there's Pine Box. Just get in. And this is definitely creeped up a little bit more. I think when we were here last, it wasn't even up to the trunk of that bur oak over there. And now it's lapping up probably a foot up at its trunk. Even if it stops raining completely, we'll still get this creek rising for a couple of hours. Hopefully not more than that. Home Depot bucket, no, ball. I get some of my construction buckets after a storm and a flood. We'll walk back around here. Penis tree vantage point again. I think it's still hanging in there. I'm impressed. Whoa. I don't know if y'all could hear that, but that was Chris calling to check on me. I guess he couldn't get the live stream. So this has got up a little bit since we were over here last. Mr. Pine Box and its ominous presence. Penis tree still holding strong. I can't even get down there where I was standing before. Hi, Stephanie. We are in northeast Travis County, Walnut Creek. For those of y'all just tuning in, this is Walnut Creek near 290 and 183. It runs behind our house, and this channel is about 30 feet deep when it's dry or at normal condition. That water is probably about 30 feet by 30 feet, 30 foot wide and 30 feet tall. Oh, I'm looking over there, and a tree fell on the path. A little tree, little dead one, where we were just walking. Its root system was right on the banks, so it got washed away a little bit. Got another surge coming up. She's not giving up. Thanks for the sound effect, Mother Nature. Still creeping on up here. There's Pine Box. Oh, I've never seen that happen before. If you look at Penis Tree, it's actually wobbling ever so slightly. I think we got some water tree fulcrum action happening on that root system. The higher this water gets, the more pressure. I hope it makes it. I like that tree. Get away, Pine Box. You're creeping me out. Creeper. I hope Penis Tree doesn't need its last rites. That little cedar elm behind it looks like it's shaking like it's trying to shit out a peach seed. I think it fears for its life. Poor thing. Oh, another surge. I'm gonna say 50-50 on breaking the banks. And 80-20 that the Penis Tree makes it. I'm not paying on these odds, I'm just stating them. Oh, that was a big Penis Tree shake. That one cedar elm is dancing. It's starting to lean. It has definitely made some movement. That's exactly what it looks like. I'm waiting for that little one-eyed snorkel creature to come up and snatch me and put me in that pine box. Star Wars trash compactor. Nice one, Chris. I think I would actually prefer the one in Star Wars to this gross thing. I don't think it's getting any better out here. I thought things would start dying down, but they're still chugging along. Now, if we lose penis tree, is it appropriate to put another one in its place? I don't know. Oh no, I hope you're not right. Pine box better not be for a penis tree. We're gonna need a bigger box. Get back. I guess that's me. I should get back. Where's the seeds for that, Castleberry? Yeesh. Yay, pussy willows. I don't think Sparkle Farm can be R-rated full-time. Maybe PG-13. I guess we can plant them, we just can't name them. Yeah, we can. They're pussy willows. Oh, penis tree shaking. All right, penis tree, hold on. We're gonna walk down to the other side. There's a little sunflower patch. They are enjoying life right now. They're a little droopy, but they're gonna perk back up. Good creek. Yeesh. She's moving on in. This is a little tree that fell right as I walked by. It's got the leather flower vine on it that I wanted to get seeds from anyway. Now I don't have to traipse through there. Win-win. I think I don't. Oh, look. It's a female grapevine too. Got grapes all over this thing. That's a win-win-win. Oh, there's a little leather flower. What's left of one? Nope. Well, we'll get back to the creek. I got sidetracked. Well, that trail part is not usable yet anymore. So I'm at this point, I'm right next to this. It's so weird. From at this area, you can stand just right by this 30-foot by 30-foot raging crazy thing. You're like 24 inches from it. You can see it flowing right there. It's a wild vantage point. I would accept leather flower as my burner name. Wow, it is just... It's Schlitterbahn Surfenberg up there. Surfenberg, Schlitterbahn. Ooh, what's going on here? That creek just told me to get back the feck up. Sorry about you. I hear you. Oh, here's something I haven't tried before under these conditions. Let's do toddler view. Oh, spider. I would move to higher ground, mister. It does look like it got a little faster. She's trying to creep up over. See what's going on back over here. Oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun debris to clean up. Still nothing from upstream. I thought it would have crept over here by now. It's got to be right on the cusp. Seawater right there. Let's walk through here and see. So it's over the bank in this low spot. But what I'm waiting on is for the water to come from this way, because there's a bend in the creek a little bit upstream. And we usually get a wall of water coming this way. By wall, I mean like 3 inches going at half the speed of a fart. But it still looks all right. Our house is about 1,000 feet that way, and on days like this you can walk out on the front porch or the back porch and hear the water rushing. It's kind of eerie, but it's also kind of soothing until it gets to much like this, and then you know what's coming. So much trash. People pick up your damn trash. Getting closer. Oh, I think Pine Box left. Hi, Roo. It's never gotten, it's gotten close to our house, but never since we've lived here. This creek takes another turn about 100 yards that way, and then you can see that far tree line, that's where it curves around to. So when it hops the bank up here, it takes a shortcut, and that's when it gets closer to the house. That's when things get scary. Hasn't happened since we've lived here, so knock on wood. Thanks, Pure Leaf. How pure are you now? Lord of mercy, it's still rising. You knocked on the penis tree. I ain't going near that thing. Oh, she's definitely swaying. We should make our house out of walnut. Old dirty walnut. My battery's getting low. I'm afraid if I turn off anything, we're gonna miss the last moments of Penis Tree. I'll stay with you, Penis Tree. Oh, look, a common piece of vintage trash. We get trash from that probably spans 60 years. That's an old A&W. See if we can spot any more vintage trash. Like a pull top oil can. Or a rotor cap. Oh, big surge. I really thought this thing was going down with the rain stopping up north. It is chugging. So if any of y'all live near a waterway like this, you can go on the usgs.gov site and find one of their thousands of waterway trackers. They have gauges set up all over the nation, and you're able to plug in certain parameters. Like I've got a warning if the gauge at Dessaw and Walnut Creek goes above 12 feet. So I got that warning at, Lord, maybe 7 this morning. That was probably about 4 feet ago. It looks like this thing is about, not here, but at the gauge, it's at 16 feet or so. I'll have to check that in a minute. And we really get worried at 19 feet. So if it would have kept raining like it was this morning that caused all this mess, if it would have rained just an hour longer, we'd probably be at a catastrophic flood event. This came on quick. It doesn't feel very normal. Thanks, Mr. Christopher, for preparing for my mud high heels. I'm probably 3 inches taller right now. Whoa, what is that? That's a 55-gallon drum. Humans, y'all are gross. You're so gross. The last flood drum I found down here was when we first moved in, and it was a 55-gallon drum full of bees. So yeah, at least somebody made a home out of it. Not sure what my phone battery's like, but if I lose ya, I lose ya. Thank y'all for tuning in and keeping me company. I could just sit here all day and watch this mess until it starts creeping up on me. That's true. If I could catch one of those barrels floating down, I could put the trash in it. I think I'd need a bunch of barrels with this mess. Penis tree holding strong. See if we've got enough battery for one more looky-loo across the good creek. There's a tiny little frog. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Good creek. Blech. Last year when we had a giant pecan tree come down and wedge itself and create a natural dam, it just it backed up all kinds of trash. I mean, just mountains of it. And I spent a whole day down here trying to recycle and get rid of the trash. And that was just from one flood event. It gets so filthy down here. We should be embarrassed, y'all. Embarrassed. I am embarrassed. So I can't even get over there to toddler view anymore. And this trail's got water on it. Yuck. Oh yeah, the flow reversed. It did break the bank. So remember when I was showing y'all that the water was creeping in from this side? Well, now it's broke the bank upstream and the creek is connecting back up with itself. So it did, it broke the banks. All this was dry last time we were over here. Well, not dry, relatively dry. Weird. I hope we don't get a bunch more rain in 2 hours, Chris. That would not be good. This thing needs to simmer down for a bit. Let's see what it looks like in the neighbor's pasture. That's when things get a little tricky. Oh yeah, the creek is definitely busted the banks up there because it's flowing through his back pasture, and that's never a good sign unless it's going to stop raining. If it stops raining, great. If it keeps raining, it's not good. Hey, Christopher, do you mind texting Brenda? Let him know it's the creek busted the banks. No tubing for me, John Bear. I will definitely film your excursion. Well, 3 seconds of it anyway. Getting a little soggy over here. Gotta change routes to get out of this mofo. Pardon me while I take a little sidetrack. Ooh, big surge. This is the only the second time I've seen it come up this high since we've lived here. All right, folks, I'm out of battery. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll let y'all know how Penis Tree fares. Y'all have a good morning and please stay safe out there.